Wow, I didn't, wow.
Netflix's XO Kitty is a hit. From its messy romances, surprise cameos, and stunning locations, Collider's going behind the scenes to see what just makes the show so much fun to watch. Check it out.
That's actually not a bad plan.
It's the charm and charisma of its lead actor, Anna Cathcart, that makes XO Kitty a joy to watch. Cathcart is convincing her character, and it's no surprise as to why. She has been playing Kitty for years.
Thanks for asking. Is Catherine song Cubby? Kitty to my friends.
The actress first originated the part at 14 years old in another Netflix series, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. XO Kitty is its spin-off that takes place several years later. Anna Cathcart, now a young adult, describes reprising the role as revisiting an old friend, except now Cathcart is growing up with her character. I feel so lucky that I've gotten the chance to hold hands with her as we both grow up, she says.
And I was so excited you were coming back.
Me too.
By the beginning of Season 2, Kitty is in a much different place than in Season 1. Things have gotten messy with her boyfriend, Day, as Kitty realizes her strong feelings for his girlfriend, Yuri. Yuri, however, is hung up on Juliana. It's quite the start to Kitty's newly discovered queerness. As to the adolescent chaos of it all, Cathcart can relate. I definitely think I'm still on that journey myself in my personal life of figuring that out. But complications are what keeps the story moving forward and in interesting new directions. As her best friend Q says, Kitty is the chaos queen, and fans are here for it.
There's my chaos queen!
So is Carthart. As she says, in general, XO Kitty just explores that growing up is messy and growing up is chaotic, and that's what makes it special. Carthart has managed to attend college in between her filming stints abroad. The young star is continuously shifting between the stress of finals and the pressures of performing. But despite the exhaustion, Carthart insists that school actually makes her life feel more balanced. Just getting to exist in a space that isn't work, it's kind of like a different side of my brain and a different part of me that I get to really sit in and explore. I've loved that. And we have to wonder if maybe a little college drama helps Carthart play her on-screen character with a bit more authenticity. Just like the characters in the series, Carthart says that she and real-life classmates are also chaotic and figuring it out. Honestly, who isn't?
Will you come with me?
One of the juicier plot points that continues from Season 1 into Season 2 is the electric, hate-turned romantic connection between Kitty and Yuri. It inspires at first confusion in Kitty, then a coming out to her dad, and then an acceptance of her bisexuality. And messiness is part of the charm and the realism in Kitty's quest for self-understanding. As Carthart tells Capital FM about Kitty, she's never apologizing for how she's feeling. She's never apologizing for who she is or what she's going through, which is something we were all very aware of. And the writer's room has been very deliberate in leaving plenty of space for the characters to explore and make a mess, just as young people do in real life. But that doesn't mean things don't reach their tipping point. Or maybe we should say their boiling point. Kitty comes to terms with her feelings for Yuri at the end of Season 1 via a dream. In it, she kisses Yuri and is both panicked but motivated to figure it all out. Things finally come to a head in Season 2 when the girls share a steamy kiss for real. Carthart admitted to feeling nervous about the scene, stating,
I felt like the stakes were high because this is a moment that fans, I hope, are really excited for and have been waiting for.
But when the day came to shoot it, Carthart and her co-star Gia Kim, who plays Yuri, were at ease.
Just felt so comfortable and not at all stressful, at least for me.
The two actresses support and trust one another, which could also explain their natural on-screen chemistry.
I'm really glad you're here. I am dying to watch this tape.
Fans were delighted when Noah Centineo rolled up in Season 2 for a surprise appearance. And the cameo was also a surprise to Centineo. Centineo played Peter Kavinsky in All the Boys, the beloved boyfriend of Laura Jean's song Covey. It had been years since Centineo had stepped into the role and was daunted by the task.
I believe that you're trying to break up with me before the ski trip. That's in the contract.
He tells people, Peter Kavinsky and To All the Boys, I mean that franchise is so beloved that you kind of don't want to touch it. So how exactly did Centineo find himself back on set with Carthart? He had been shooting in Seoul for Season 2 of The Recruit when producer Matt Kaplan called and suggested that since he was already in the same city, he should come do a cameo on XO Kitty. Centineo put aside his worries and jumped right in. The reunion between Centineo and Carthart was cheerful and sweet.
I was freaking out when I found out it was confirmed.
As the two had not been on set together since Carthart was 16 years old. The best part is getting to now work together, but at such a different stage of our characters' lives, but also our own lives, Carthart tells people.
I'm so glad you came.
While the show is ultimately about Kitty and her romantic drama, it is also a love letter to the city of Seoul. The camera lingers on the bustle of its streets, the beauty of its green trees and parks, and the vibrancy of its commercial centers. The Korean Independent School of Seoul, or KISS, is a fictional place, but its exteriors are real and can be identified as the exteriors of K-won University of Art and Design and the Independence Hall of Korea. As for that big wild party that Min-ho throws, it was filmed at Rubik, a nightclub inside Paradise City Hotel. It may look like a raucous nightclub, but it's actually a jazz bar. The markets especially become the location for Kitty's, and by extensions the audience's, encounters with Korean culture and with the uniqueness of the city. They include the famous Sejong Food Street and Seoul Central Market, where a pivotal scene between Kitty and Min-ho takes place. Kitty is shopping for ingredients for a Chuseok feast, while learning to, and failing at, haggling in Korean with a vendor at the market. Min-ho steps in to rescue her, impressing Kitty.
What are you doing here?
Making sure you don't mess this up.
Those familiar with the city will instantly recognize the market, and those who know what it's like to be immersed in a foreign language without the ability to speak it well will also recognize Kitty's embarrassment. The city also acted as a playground for the cast to bond and to take in some of the sights together.
This place, it's become just as much a part of me as it was a part of her.
While Season 1 was shot with a lot of COVID restrictions in place, things were different for Season 2. This time, I was getting to know the different neighborhoods and the different areas, and a lot of our cast are also local to Korea. That was great because they were built-in tour guides. The Korean castmates knew exactly where to take their American peers. As Cathcart recounts, we went to a baseball game with a bunch of the cast and a whole bunch of the crew. That honestly was a core memory of the shooting. As for working with such a diverse cast, Cathcart loved it, saying, "We all learned from each other in different ways and can all also find support in each other, which means so much when you're working on this crazy busy schedule."
Thank you again for doing this, especially because I did not fulfill my side of the bargain with Dave.
And in the gaps of that busy schedule, the cast manages to find ways to have a good time together, like taking on social media challenges and joking through interviews. In one chaotic challenge with Cosmo, the cast has to act out emojis, and the person to guess the most emojis wins. According to Cathcart, the gang is known to hit up late-night bars in the off hours and belt their lungs out at karaoke together. These fun bonding moments seem small, but they aren't, she tells Elle. Most importantly, the crew support each other through filming, navigating Seoul's culture and streets, and language barriers. You're all in this little bubble of experiencing the same excitement and the same overwhelmingness. Those support systems mean a lot for sure, adds Cathcart.
No, girl, didn't you used to sing in your church choir? Come on, don't be shy, come on.
We're excited to see what else is in store for our girl, Kitty, and the rest of the students at KISS.
I just wanted to tell you.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.